What's up everybody, this is Dmitry and today, I'm not even sure how to start. Today I'm gonna be complaining about GoPro. But instead of just complaining, I will give you 5 tips how to not ruin your video while shooting on this piece of gear. So first things first, I did get a bit emotional in the beginning, sorry for that, but it's just because it kind of ruined my travel video in Maldives. By the way, check it out. I still think it was pretty well. Honestly speaking, I don't want to blame GoPro for this. It's more of just lack of my personal experience using GoPro extensively, so I want to help you not to make these mistakes and get maximum out of it. Oh, by the way, I will be giving examples with GoPro 10, but most of my tips will apply to the older versions as well. So first thing I've actually noticed is when you put your GoPro in cinematic mode with narrow angle, the quality of the image looks like it was shot on a microwave. Like literally, let's get it straight. GoPro is not a cinematic camera, and every time it tries to be one, it miserably fails. For a reason. But it's still a great action and vlogging camera, so whenever you're vlogging, use wide angle for action. Now let's talk about stabilization and horizon leveling. I mean, this is where GoPro does an amazing job, no jokes. It stabilizes the video perfectly. With the horizon leveling though, I would be a bit more cautious. When you are vlogging or doing just standard shots, I would actually try and keep the horizon leveling off just because it can also degrade the quality of the image. I do get that there are some cases when you do want to use the leveling on, for example, when you are riding a bike or you do some crazy action. In other cases, I would try to keep it off or at least make sure you don't use narrow angle. So let's talk about ISO. We all know that GoPro is pretty shit in low light. So general rule of thumb, never shoot with GoPro in dark environments. But reality is different. Sometimes life brings new challenges. So in cases when you do need to shoot with GoPro in darker environments, make sure you set up the ISO to a maximum of 4000. Otherwise, the camera will bump the ISO much higher and the footage is going to be completely unusable. You're going to get huge amount of grain and noise. For me personally, I think it's sometimes even better to get a darker but cleaner shot. It's even going to add some atmosphere to the video, instead of having such a grainy and noisy video that you're not even going to be able to distinguish what's in there. So next it would be to learn how to shoot underwater. GoPro is a fantastic underwater camera, but don't expect to get perfect shots out of the box. The thing is that when we're swimming, our body movement is completely different. So even if you got trained or you got a lot of practice of holding your camera while walking, that's not gonna work under the water, and you're gonna be surprised how shaky and out of composition shots you're gonna get. I mean, I wasn't just surprised, I was completely shocked. So take your time. It will take some practice to learn new angles, new ways of holding the camera, and actually keeping it steady while swimming as well, which is not as easy as it sounds. So next tip would be to make sure you're always shooting in flat color profile. GoPro has its own color profile, which is based on the most used use case for this camera, which is action during a bright day. And these are the kind of the videos you're gonna find on main GoPro's website, with perfect sky, with blinding white snow, with pro athlete doing double, triple, quadruple, whatever ripple flips on a snowboard. But the reality is a little bit different. we don't always shoot super action, and weather and light conditions are not going to be always perfect, so the default color profile in GoPro is going to make your footage a bit unnatural and too saturated. So instead, try to always shoot in the flat profile that GoPro provides, and then when editing on your laptop, iPad, phone, doesn't really matter, you can add the saturation if needed. Also, when shooting in this profile, you are potentially gonna capture better depth of field and higher dynamic range, so it's a win-win. Last but not the least, and believe me, that caught me so many times, do clean your lens every time you're shooting over water. And yeah, I know, GoPro 10 has this hydrophobic coating, and yes, it is much better than the older versions of the GoPro, but still, you don't want to spend huge amount of time shooting an amazing footage of jet skiing and then realize that 90% of your footage has this stupid water drop on the screen, which will make half of the screen completely blurry. So try to just create this habit. I mean, it's just gonna take a couple of seconds for you, but believe me, that's gonna save a lot of nerve cells in your brain. And that's it for today. No, not yet. Let me actually give you another tip, extra tip, because hey, I want to make sure that you feel confident and safe when shooting on a GoPro. So there you go. So my recommendation is to bring extra SD cards and back up as much as possible. I mean, GoPro is an amazing camera, but it's not the most reliable camera, and I had a couple of cases where somehow GoPro corrupted my SD card and I've lost all my data. So just grab another SD card, back up as much as you can, just for peace on your mind, because that could be a lifesaver for you. By the way, I will be making a video soon on SD cards, specifically on how to choose the right SD cards for your gear in terms of class and capacity, so make sure you're subscribed to this channel so that you don't miss that out. And that's it for today, chaps. I hope you found these tips useful. Do you know any more? Share them in the comment section below. Let me know what is your experience with GoPro. Like this video if you found this useful, because that's gonna make a massive difference for me. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, and by the way, I'm starting the new series of shorts called 1 Minute of Fives, where I share 5 things like apps or tips on how to become a better content creator, editor, individual, human being. So go check them out and let me know what you think. Peace.